To see it actually in action, in the field, for the people we intended it for was a very powerful thing. My name is Rebecca Arnold. I work in Bangladesh. A big part of our project is an e-health pilot, and this involves creating digital resources for field workers in Bangladesh. We put together a very simple toolkit that they can use and also some e-learning courses that are video-based. We put these resources onto 300 netbooks and we distributed them in 2 different districts in Bangladesh. We're in the middle of the pilot right now, and we have made so far 1 trip out to the field to do some monitoring and see what the response is like so far. And I have to admit I was really pleased and surprised by what I saw. I'm thinking of one home visit that we did, or observation of a home visit that we did in particular. The health worker that we were observing, she set up her netbook on the mat next to the bed, and start off and there's 1 or 2 women. Next thing you know, there's 8 or 9 women, and next thing you know, there's 3 or 4 little boys jumping on the bed behind them, and so there's a lot of interest. People, ooh, what's this? It's something new. And within the Ministry of Health, you have your health assistants and the Directorate of Health Services, and you have your Director of Family Planning, you have your Family Welfare Assistants, and these, the ministry is split into 2 pieces like that. So this was a health worker, a health assistant. And so she started out talking about antenatal care and vaccinations and healthy pregnancy. And one of the clients, the women that were there, had a question about family planning. And the health assistant, her first reaction was, there's going to be another field worker to come and talk to you about that. So just hold on and you ask her when she comes to visit. And then later, a different woman who had joined later in the conversation asked a question about family planning. And this, even though the health assistant, her first reaction was to refer that question to a different field worker, the second time during that counseling session when family planning came up, she says, well, let me see what I have on here. And so now she starts looking on the netbook. I was very happy about this. So even though her instinct was not to integrate and say, well, family planning, that's someone else's job. The presence of the netbook and the materials on the netbook, the resources on the netbook, allowed her to provide information where before she wouldn't have been able to. She hasn't been trained on that, but now she's got information that she can share with her clients. This is a story of empowerment and providing information to field workers so they can do their jobs better.